I took the gun. Oh, God damn it. Ace! What the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say, Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Credo Pharmaceuticals. You have me at a disadvantage, and I don't like that. You know me, but I don't want... You know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain? The pain of prosopagnosia, right? Another irritating insect. And how did you know that, Good question. No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go. Versus 1. Give me your hand. 8. And with this... 9. The knife man. Kotopa's bracelet. I believe I've won this game. I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose. Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is? Ugh. What the hell are you planning, Santa? At any rate, this game ends now. I'll escape, but the rest of you will have slightly less pleasant ending. I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye! Wait! What? Why is it opening? One more time. Now, open! No. What is this? Why? The digital root should be 9. It has to be 9. Why isn't it opening? Error. Now. That was too close. Thank you, 7. Don't mention it. Just one punch is enough for this piece of shit. So what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him into pieces. But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat. 9 years ago, then you must be. Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass. Ace, you killed Kotoba, Nijisaki, and Maso Shido, didn't you? Wait, Nijisaki. Oh, right, you don't know yet. Alright, well, let's go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kotoba. You talked to Kotoba and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the Nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the number 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital root, which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove the shred as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it a number of times. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what happened 9 years ago. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you'd used Kotoba as a test. You wanted to know how serious this Nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank? I just had to take a drink of water there. Ace's voice is really tough sometimes to do, like, instead of just one line at a time. You convinced him to break the rules so that you could see what would happen. That's why you killed Kotoba, but he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone else was looking for the missing parts of the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't recognize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake. No, that's not. That was Nijisaki. Why? How did? I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was a blind kid, but his presence made you think, Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me. But if that's true, why hasn't he said anything? Is he keeping it quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me? Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I have to get rid of him. That was when you decided to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number, grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed. Then, 81 seconds passed. Before Nijisaki was dead. Then you mean to say Snake is still alive? Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted to be dead. Although to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I'd still hate you very much. Well, I wouldn't blame you. Last but not least, let's talk about Masuo Shido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said? Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at that? I handed it to you and left the room. You've been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course, you would have known the solution to every puzzle, which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door and to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Masuo Shido was there. Conveniently, placed next to him was an axe that partially begged you to kill him with it. Was that partially or practically? Sorry, that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up the axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest. One blow was all it took. Then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened. There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment? You had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When I stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote, but that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose was to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. I had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down on you. You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace, Masuo Shido's murderer is the only one I don't understand. Masuo Shido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it, but why? Because of this. Was it the paper? Just read it. Let's see. Number 1. There are 2 ways you may survive this ordeal. The first is to win the Nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by the camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world. Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you've confessed everything, I'll release you from the ship. To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please. 0. When I awoke in that room on D-deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get into the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find a pocket watch before anyone else. If I could do that, my alibi would be set. At least that was the plan. Unfortunately, for me, you got to it first. That sleight of the hand was the best I could manage on short notice. You meant to kill him from the beginning then. Masuo Shido, I only knew Masuo Shido was the witnesser after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he'd only just awoken from the sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was much in the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered one man. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove the so-called witness. Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated. Yes, so it would seem. I was a little more than a puppet in many ways. Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like a snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Masuo Shido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I fallen into such a simple trap. Yes. Yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap, and I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to. Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill three people and keep all the blood off his hands. This was his revenge for what happened 9 years ago. This is why the Nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa? Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any... Ain't no point trying to play dumb, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki, no doubt about it. I never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, guess it was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the Nonary game this time around was Zero, and Zero's you. Huh, looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki. I was one of the kids in the Nonary game 9 years ago. I made it out, and so did Snake over there. But there's one thing, no, I guess 2 things you got wrong. Number 1, I ain't Zero. What? Wait, what? Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm no more than assistant, like a secretary. But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all of this. All I did was follow Zero's orders. Then, if you're not Zero, who is? Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say 2 things? Let me fucking finish. You made one more mistake. Junpei, just as you said. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose. There's another reason you guys are playing the Nonary game. To save someone. Save someone? Right. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane. What the hell are you talking about? Sorry, that's what the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw... What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurashiki? My head, it feels like it's gonna pop. 7, what the hell is going on? I don't know. I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode. What was the Nonary project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon? For 2 organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That's what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were 2 separate locations. One was a gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children were trapped in Building Q and faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the gigantic. They were told to send their answers to the morphogenetic field set and transmit that to their brothers and sisters on the gigantic. The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but there was a mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in the Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed in the gigantic with receivers like me. Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the gigantic. I think I told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei. Where what is going? Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't. How'd you know Ace had prosopagnosia? How'd you know Ace wanted to kill Kospa? And how Nijisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it? Well, that's... He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I notice alternate futures then? Imagine a river that splits in 2 like an upside-down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom from a single stream into 2 branches. The river flows from the top to the bottom from a single stream into 2 branches. Yeah, it only flows in one direction. It can never flow backwards. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but it never flows backwards. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about the downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along a path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphogenetic field set and pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens in either fork of the river. Even though people on, oh my god, read it perfectly. Even though people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am the ninth letter of the alphabet, but I'm also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0. Not yet. I have to say I'm less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. Where did she go? June, no. Connie, where'd you go? Swanta, White Clover. Oh shit. Freeze! Santa's got the gun. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace though. Wonder how he's like having a gun to his head. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head. Get up! Sure isn't about to take that gun off him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he looked strained. I guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify it to go for the door, but... What's your plan, Santa? What are you doing? You can't get through any number of doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking? Didn't I tell you, I'm Santa Claus? It's time for me to go make a wish come true. That's it? That's how he's gonna give us? What the hell does that mean? Oh, shit, they're out. And now the gate's shut. Plus the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be alright. I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door still opens. Damn, well looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon. You mean we're trapped? So it would seem. What the hell is Santa trying to do? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what? Have you considered where we are? There can only be one thing Santa would do now. No, you can't be serious. Oh, but he is. Shit, we gotta do something. Maybe we can still get through door 9. There's the red. Yeah, alright, we can do it. We just gotta... No, it's not gonna work. There's no way. The 5 of us can't open this door. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. And 2 plus 6 is 8. Is there any combination that will work? Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook? Sure, why not? I don't think I'm gonna need them. Well, she certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing his equations. A lot of them. She doesn't look very happy. Hey, no need to be ripping pages out like that. Jeez. What the hell what are you doing, Clover? Give me that. Or at least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she was writing. Let's see. What? There's no other way. Lotus. Looks like she's figured it out, though. This is just too cruel. It's okay. Go. Lotus. Come on, you know we can't do that. Oh, don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me. God damn it, you idiot. Whoa, where did that come from? I thought she expected that about as much as I did. About, if you're not... Aww, 7 likes Lotus. Aww. If you're not be bad, alright? For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence. Bad? Yeah, if there were assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job. Huh? I'm just not leaving you behind, alright? End of story. 7. He's right. I'm not leaving you either. Me too. You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you? You're all idiots. Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you're about to cry. That being said, however, I'd have to be able to open the door anyway, even if we did leave Lotus behind. Why? Yeah, exactly. I was thinking this the whole time. Like, Ace tried to open the door by getting into Route 9 and he couldn't do it. I just remember what happened to Ace. I couldn't see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was trying to do. What he was attempting to do earlier at the red. Oh yeah. No, what is it? Why? The digital route should be 9. It has to be 9. Then why isn't it opening? Just to see, why don't we give it a shot? Give it a shot. Yes, that is what I said. Two plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9. You were right. It ain't opening. But it did open 9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it. You think maybe they changed the settings? Perhaps? Shit, if we can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high. There's no way in hell we can get to that hole 7 propped out of 9 years ago. All we can do is stand here and stare at this door with a 9 on it. I guess this is it. This is the end. I was watching. I had everything that was reflected in his eyes. Sorry, I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that was vibrated in his eardrums I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set, we were resins, and we were as one. I was him, at the same time, I was an observer. Oh wait, a Kane vision? Oh, so this is a Kane saying this? I think I should say it's a Kane then. It started with a tremendous noise, like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off in the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonance events melted into him and we became one, inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind 9 years in the future. I didn't lose myself. I was living 2 realities at once. One was the present and the other was the future. Perhaps you could think of it as 2 movies showing at the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it became difficult to separate them, to determine which movie was which. However, if I connected, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me. Come on, over here! That was my brother Owie, he was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They were about my age. Come on, hurry up! We ran down a long straight stairway and burst into the large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. The 2 boys got in a fist fight. The girl was watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Then the girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It had been 2 hours since the Nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake. Hello, everyone, could you come over here a moment? He was older than most of us. His voice had authority and dignity. The fight died down and we gathered around him. I have a little sister. She's very important to me. Right now, she's over in Building Q, and she's desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today's her 9th birthday. As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hands were 9 40 Clovers. I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of these very specific plant it's difficult. But my sister means a great deal to me, and I hoped that it'll show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 940 Clovers would be appropriate. Every one of you is brother or sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship, do you understand? If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need to trust, love, and we have to have faith in one another. And this is why Santa hates them so much. Because he did have trust, love, and faith, and they all betrayed him. If we can take all 3 of these into our heart, I promise that good luck will come our way. And it didn't. Bad luck came his way. And that's why he hates all them, because they all betrayed him. Did you know that the leaves on the 40 Clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? None of those are leaf words. So I believe if I've told you, I understand. So if you believe what I've told you and you understand what each of you have to do with these, the promise between friends. He gave a clover to each of us. He gave clothes to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with a single 40 clover. He had one last thing to say. Now don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand? When he finished, the tension of... Yeah, okay, sorry, I tried to press the R1 button. I didn't think it would work. When he finished with the tension of only a few minutes before he was gone, we were calm. After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them. We found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room of ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had a number 9 door, but this time it was only one. But if there was only one door, that meant 5 people could escape. What were we going to do? There weren't any other doors? We began to panic. And as if things had gotten bad enough already.
Warning. It's mentioned these information commands been acknowledged. The event consideration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat. Emergency incineration commands been acknowledged.
What's happening? What did that thing say? That doesn't sound good. My brother Owie swallowed hard and answered, I think it means this room's gonna burn. Burn? The plaque on the door says incinerator. That voice said the incineration's about to start. And to incinerate means to burn. No! Help me! Abject terror filled the room, and everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes was filled with despair. Then, high up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. It was a huge frightening mountain of a man as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him 7.
Don't worry, kids, I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like 7 had said it did. The 4 of us who stayed behind were saved by 7. We called for the vents away from the incinerator and sit down in the hallway. We came out the other side of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those doors and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Owie, Snake, and 7. The other children whose names had gone through door 9 before us were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran. We leapt across as many stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they caught up. That was when I realized, oh no, where is it? Did I dodge some peace presents? I knew I had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then I dropped it as we slid out. I had to go back, I had to, but I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me, I was sure of that. I didn't stop to think, I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected all the areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows. A moment later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down, and down. Finally I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically. There it is! And just as when I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent, I ran over and snatched it from the floor and ran back towards the stairs for freedom. The door to the incinerator opened, and a man stepped out. It was Hongo. Kentaro Hongo. 9 years later, we'd call him Ace.
How wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked maniacal, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his mouth.
Come with me, we must continue the experiment.
I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps, and I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongo's hands close over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
There was an edge of insanity in his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could. No, stop, let go of me, let go! I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me. But I was still only just a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo.
Stop struggling, goddammit, do what I tell you!
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed, "Help me! Somebody help me!" And suddenly, I got it! The door to the stairs flew open, and my brother Owie burst out of it. Behind him came Seven, a snake. "I got it!" You cried my name as left towards Hongo. "You came back!" I cried out. But then, "Ah, you're too late, idiot!" Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling both of us into the incinerator. Ah! The force threw me onto the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fists clenched, but those fists never reached Hongo. With a cold heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me maniacally, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything you consider a human being, and then turned away to walk to the red next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He placed them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He jerked on the screen and tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing and walked past me as though there was nothing more than a rock by a roadside. A few moments later, the 2 other doors slid shut as well. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran towards the door of the 9. Akane, are you okay? I could hear a voice on the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice. Help me! My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room. What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here. Where's Hongo? He went out for the other door. What? Then it started again.
Warning. Emergency incineration commenced and acknowledged. Incineration will begin in 19 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy shit, man, I knew what I do see the Junpei vision, by the way. Man, I knew what it was gonna say, but this is one hell of a creepy voice. So robotic, and sounds like they're talking through the back of their throat. I knew it. It's starting. Santa started the incinerator. Fuck, man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years. What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking about? It's 9 years this and 9 years that, but when it's not 9 years, then something you're talking about, some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense. I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise to tell you everything once we get out of here. But
incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn. Or kind of idiot do you... Oh yeah, Lotus. What kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means. Well, goddamn it. Okay, fine. I won't ask anything. Talk about whatever you want. But if you do have something for me, Seven, you have to do something for me. Seven, figure this out. Why me? Shut up and stop this thing. How the hell? There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button. There isn't anything like that. How the hell do you know? Because I looked for it 9 years ago. Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Wait, the floor, it's moving. What else can I say about it? But what the hell? What the hell is that? I thought it would be Seven for some reason. What is that? What else can I say? The floor opened and the machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer. At least it kind of did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off, even as more took their place, and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. All I can see on the screen is a reflection of my own face. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, calm down, alright? Everything's gonna be okay. Man, I wish that thing would just shut up, but...
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
Alright, back to this thing. It's only showing up now, but if it's only showing up now, then it's gotta be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it? Move. Hey! We're all tense, lady. Doesn't mean you have to get to shove people around. Okay, it's turned on. There's nothing on the screen though. This is bad. It's really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it? I'm sure I'll just push buttons and that will. Well, at least it's on now. What's on the screen though? What is this? What's up? It looks like some sort of puzzle. It's got a bunch of numbers and letters scattered around a 5x5 grid. The numbers range from 1 to 8. Do you think we could solve that if we solve this puzzle, the incinerators will stop? Yeah, well, we could hope, right? Alright, puzzle. Alright, puzzle. How do you work? Oh man, that goddamn voice again.
Incineration will begin in 13 minutes.
Shit, 13 minutes? Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like I was about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I'm sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice. What are you doing? It was muffled and I turned around, pressed against the window and the tiny door was his face. A frightening, evil face. It was Hongo. How long had he been watching me? I don't know what to do. He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled. It's simple, really. I suppose I might as well tell you. To solve the puzzle on the machine. His ass was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back my hot tears. You're a terrible person. Oh, that's a comment. You're a terrible person. I hate you. Oh my, how could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice. I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty. You see, I even left you a way out. A way out? Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that and you can stop the incinerator. What's the point of stopping you? You'll only capture me if you do it all again. I'm not gonna listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well die now. My goodness, have you listened to anything I said? I told you I'm a fair man. If you solve the puzzle, the verification function on the red will turn active. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of escape. There must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape. The verification function of the red? Now I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets onto the red. Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers on the red. The first is 1 and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what is your number? I looked down at my left hand. The face on my bracelet showed a 5. 1 plus 3 plus 5 is 9. I ran to the door with a 9 on it. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel. You really aren't one for listening, are you? I hear Hongo's muffled voice across the room. I already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you? Why are you doing this? You can never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys. Now start the experiment. Solve the puzzle. I can't. I don't know how. Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find a solution. I can't. Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's going to be quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it'll be very painful. This horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Celebration will begin in 10 minutes.
I was crying, great gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I started the monitor. I just can't, there's no way, I can't figure this out. What was I going to do? I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was I was going to die. My palms were sweating, and my blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot, so hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it was to pound itself into pieces. I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I came back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both my hands and prayed. Help me, Jumpy. Help me. Help me. Help me. Jumpy. 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 Please. Help me. Jumpy. Akane! Akane? Who the hell is Akane? Shut up. Shut the hell up. Several noticed didn't understand. I think Clover and Snake had an idea though. Clover's looking at me, and I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd she go? Maybe over here? Akane! Akane, can you hear me? Akane, say something! Fuck! Did something break our connection? I swear I just heard her. Shit! Akane? Answer me, Akane! Jumpy? I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course. But I heard it so clearly. It's like he was right there. Jumpy! I screamed as loud as I could. Akane! Jumpy! That's her! She's there! Then that means... Akane! Akane, are you in the incinerator right now? Yes, I am. How did you know? I couldn't believe that he knew that. Now I understand what Santa meant. Right, there's only one way to help her. You were brought to help my sister, to save Akane. I think I get it now.
The narration will begin in 7 minutes.
Jumpy, we don't have time. As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in order to stop the incinerator. Got it. And I do. I get everything now. At last, I finally understand what all of this means. I know why the Nonary game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of it was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god, this is insane. I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is... Zero is... Akane Kurashiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this all is some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane Kurashiki. I must save her, no matter what.
The narration will begin in 6 minutes.
The voice reminded me how much time I had left. Jumpy! Yeah, I know. Just hang on, alright? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die, I promise. So don't worry, alright? Just give me a few minutes, okay? Okay. My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. It felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned to feel my feelings for him. Alright, time to get to work, Junpei. Is the Snake talking to them about something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Get out of my way. Hey, what are you? Just trust me, okay? Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake here than your pride. I'll apologize later, alright? Let's have a look at this thing. We've got numbers all over this grid. I think the panels are out of order. So, I just need to switch these out. Staring at it isn't going to accomplish anything. I'll just have to try it. Think of what I did all those times before. I'm gonna do my own, with my own mind. Sorry, I just had to yawn. I'm gonna solve this problem. Okay, when I press the hint, numbers appeared in empty slots on the grid. They're all single digits. I get this feeling that the numbers change. The numbers change when I switch out the yellow squares. But this square here at the bottom, why does it stay blank when I press hint? Pressing the button again makes the numbers disappear. Unless I can turn them on and off. There's some sort of special meaning between the two modes. What could it mean? When I flip the hint off, all the empty spots look like on the bottom right. Does that mean they're supposed to match? Maybe I need to make all the numbers on the squares the same. when I switch out a yellow square, the numbers will show up on the hint change too. So the numbers are affected by the adjacent squares. For example, when I switch out 3 with 5, the number shown increases by 2. I bet the hint just added the surrounding numbers. I have no clue how this works at all. I have no clue how this works. My brain hurts. This actually just gave me a headache. No, I'm sorry. No, I need to look this up. I'm not getting anything from this. I cannot figure out for the life of me, and I want to finish this. So I cannot figure it out at all what they want me to do. Okay, yeah, I know what Sudoku is. Look for a row column, or 3 times 3 square, that already has a lot of numbers in it. So we're completing a Sudoku puzzle. Show me the solution, please. Thank you. Now how do I actually get this to happen? Oh, here we go. So this is meant to be a... Okay, I see it now, okay. We have a 5 there. I don't think I'm doing it right. One sec, I need to look this up in a video form because the way it's laid out does not make sense to me at all. 999 final puzzle, there we go. Whoops, that's sounds like it came onto it. Okay. I see. I think that's just the puzzle up top. I just need to make all the digital roots the same. So what number switching out a yellow square affects all hint squares around it. Wait, but one square didn't get a hint number. The 9th spot at the bottom. Only this one stays blank. Maybe a fixed number goes inside. So the 9th square has a different rule. If only I knew what number goes in here. Password. It spells password at the bottom. W-O-R-D. Oh. Damn it. Well, that made me look stupid. Okay. Yes, that's it. Akane, did you get it? Yes, I did get it. I solved it. You solved it for me, but I copied everything you did. I copied everything you did. Now I just have to press enter. What the hell are you doing? Push it. Okay, I will. I hit the enter key.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
Jumpy! It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked! Tears rolling down my face, I cried out to him, but they are very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I had left disappeared, and I collapsed on the floor. For a while, I just lay there, laughing and crying and enjoying being alive. Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst. Whew. I can't quite believe I did that, but I'm so glad, so glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. Probably because I'm in a body warmer inside a ship inside on an incinerator, but whatever. No, I don't have time to think about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane. Akane, sorry, my things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay? Oh, of course, that's fine. I wiped tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. I looked over at the corner of the floor. There were 2 bracelets. Ongo left them behind. Now, while Seven and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me, not a very nice look to give to someone who just saved your life, guys. Junpei, are you okay? Shut it. Right, okay, so maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So, what if I haven't pressed enter key yet? Alright, hold nothing back now. Here goes. Wait.
Incineration will begin in 90 seconds.
Huh? It doesn't sound like it's stopping. What the shit? Why isn't it stopping? Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again, and again, and again. Okay, it's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell's going on? Got the right numbers in the boxes. It's perfect. So why the fuck is the thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
Wait, of course. What if the numbers showed up after the puzzle mean 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8? Snake, Clover, Me, 7, and Lotus. Then door 9. No, that's it. The number on the door isn't a 9. It's not even a number. It's hidden, but a negative we found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that's... Holy shit, of course. Then we just have to put the right number into the red.
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
Run, guys, get to the door, run! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, don't have much time. I sure hope they can trust me in this world where we're all fucked. Alright, no time to explain, just go. Quick, verify your numbers on the red. Verify? Who? What combination? All of us, we need to verify. Why? You really think it's a good time to ask questions? Just do it! Hurry, 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 hurry!
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened. The incineration system has been disabled.
Oh, thank fucking Christ. No, this isn't time to be happy. Time to go. Hurry, we only got 9 seconds before the door closes. Go, go, go. Come on, guys, move it. Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei. Just in time. And there goes the door. Calm down. You're not done. We still gotta find the bed. Shit. Looks like we made it, huh? Man, that guy can laugh when he wants to. As I looked over and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap, but... Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. But nothing. Door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother. Akane! Owie! I cried his name, even though my voice was almost gone from screeching. I leapt into his arms. Aww. Oh, Howie! Akane! Buried my face into his chest and cried again. And cried and cried. A steady thump of my heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. His beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what seemed like eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever, but I couldn't. The moment I passed through the door, my bracelet began to count down to death. I leapt away from my brother and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to it and scan all the bracelets. I left the one's home. Scan all the bracelets. I left the one's homegrown dropped on the scanner panel. That was it. No. Oh no, did she... Huh? I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective who we called 7 and 9 years and Snake the blind boy was looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were white and their mouths hung open. Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into a Hungro again. Howie was right. It was this time... Oh, that was that way you said that. Alright, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again. I was right. It's time we get moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the staircase to freedom. Time for more running. But if they can get out of here, no wonder why. But if they can get out of here, no wonder we're running so hard. My heart's beating so fast I can barely hear. God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Is 7 talking? Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something? What's up? The door, the one with the 9, why did it open? Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8. That shouldn't have opened. It's not like you, Lotus. That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already. Why? Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases. Bases? The bases? Yeah. What are the two numbers base 2? 0 and 1. How about base 10? It goes all the way from 0 to 9, right? And how about base 16? 0 to F. After 9 it starts at A and goes from there A, B, C, D, etc. You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10. In base 10, B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on. So what about it? You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go all the way past base 16 to base 27? Base 27, yeah. All the numerical digits are the same. So I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15, G is 16, H is 17, I is 18, J is 19, K is 20, L is 21, M is 22, N is 23, O is 24, P is 25. Yeah, and what comes after that? Q, 26. 26. And what does that... Oh, that's a Q. What does that mean? That wasn't a 9 on the door, it was a Q. It was a Q, a fucking lowercase q. That's pretty much it. Just to put it another way. You said it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27. Time for more running. God, my thighs are killing me. I swear any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every cell in my body is dying for air. Every damn breath is like a chore now. I feel my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. No, I can't stop. Don't have time. Come on, legs. There can't be any more of these steps left. Let's run. Let's run like a bullet down a fired rifle barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant cold oil dragon. Finally. And we're going to see what happens in the next episode.